Hey guys, Fiero880, and today's video is how to buy a jet ski. Tips, just some basic tips on what to look for when buying a jet ski for the first time. We've got permission to go over to this lady's house, and she will not be there, and it'll give me a really good chance to check everything out, and we'll go from there. What we're looking at today is a 1995 Waveraider 760. Now, I wanted to do this video to kind of show people, there's a lot of people out there that are going to want to buy personal watercraft for the first time, and I tell you what, if you're not familiar with what to look for, you can get screwed in a heartbeat. Now, I'm not saying these people were dishonest or anything, but this is an excellent Waverunner to check out. I can show you a lot of things that would be a little bit of a red flag. Now, this is a 1995 760. The people that are selling it are asking $1,200 for it. I've already taken the cover off. I've actually already kind of looked at the jet ski and everything, or Waverunner, sorry, technicality there. But what I want to show you is, if you look from a distance, it actually looks really good. But as we get closer to it, you will notice the coloration difference and texture difference of the nose. And also, if you look down here at the hull, there's also a texture difference as well. So what you're seeing here is, this has been wrecked before, right here, and also right up here as well. Now, is that a bad thing? No, not really, but you need to know exactly what you're getting. The bottom of the hull, I mean, it's got its nicks and scratches and stuff, but the rest of the hull looks pretty decent. Now, what I see on this particular ski is, I see a ski that's been used. I see a ski that was simply used for fun, and if it got wrecked or damaged or anything, it got repaired and it went right back out on the lake. I don't see a ski that was stored inside. I see a ski that was stored outside, most likely with a cover. You can see the gunwale mats as well. I'm trying to figure out pink. Now, I've had 4 Waveraiders. They were blue and the yellow color. I've never seen a green and yellow in person. Now, I'm not sure if pink was the original color that they came with on the floor wells or the gunwales. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Now, on a Waveraider, these are very common for weathering out right here. You will always see those weathered out if they haven't been stored inside a garage. A cover does a lot of good, but it doesn't prevent all the weathering and oxidation from a ski. Another thing I'm trying to figure out is why, here's something there interesting. This is the speed sensor right here. Okay, why is the speed sensor, see, it's magnetic, and it's got like metal stuck to the speed sensor. This is supposed to turn freely. Also, I'm seeing a lot of oil residue right up in here where the exhaust comes out. A lot of sand. And again, that's not a bad thing. It indicates that it's been used a lot, and so forth. Now, when I take off the seat, somebody had added this portion of it right here, some fabric on that portion right there, and it looks like that the seat cover has been replaced. In fact, I can almost see it now. That seat cover has been replaced. Still not a bad thing. It's just something to note. Now, here's another thing. I always look in their storage compartments to see what they have. I see a screwdriver and I see starting fluid. That could be a recipe for disaster, and who knows, it could not be. So we're going to go ahead and open the hood up and check out what the engine looks like. Okay, so here we are inside the engine compartment. I'm kind of using my manual focus a lot on my camera, so bear with me here on that. But what I'm seeing inside the engine compartment is, it is dirty. I mean, this thing is dirty, dirty, dirty. Now, again, is that a bad thing? It's not a bad thing, but I personally like to have a spotless hull inside my jet ski. I like it to be spotless. I do clean my engines and the inside of the hull all the time. And the reason being for that is, if you have a problem, if you have a fuel leak, if you have an oil leak, you will know right away if you have an issue, because you will see it. You will see the oil show up inside your hull. Whereas this, you can't tell if there's a fuel or oil leak or anything. Now, the next thing that I see is this has the original oil injection pump right here. Now this is a personal preference. You can read on Google about this. I don't believe in these oil pumps as far as you can throw them, because when they fail, they fail. There is no warning, there is no indication. You will lose your engine due to an oil pump failure. And a lot of the engines that get blown on personal watercrafts are results of the oil pump failing. The other results is also from lean mixture in the carburetors due to dirty or faulty carburetors. But I don't like the oil pump. Now, is that a bad thing or a good thing? It's not a bad thing. I don't have my compression gauge checker right now, so I can't check the compression of the engine. Now, another thing I'm looking back here is I see oil residue right here on the cylinder on the back of the block. Now, again, that's not a bad thing, but what I'm also seeing is I'm seeing some oil residue. I'm going to try to see if I can focus this in. I'm seeing oil residue right here. I don't know why. I'm also seeing some oil residue right here. Now again, this isn't all bad things. This could be just oil residue coming out of the flame arrestor cover. Waveraiders flip over easily if you're doing a lot of fun play with them, if you would call it. They're not the most stablest ski in the world, but they're really fun. So this could also explain why there's a lot of oil residue all over the hull as well. Because if you have any oil or any water mixed in with oil and you flip your jet ski, it's just going to go around like almost like a washing machine, if you think of it that way. Now another thing that I'm seeing is I'm seeing oil residue right here at the oil tank. Now this could be for a number of reasons. I see some oil, just some seepage right here. I don't know if that's a crack right there in the oil tank. I don't think it is, but again, if you flip the ski, oil is going to leak out of there if there is a faulty seal on the cap or a faulty seal there as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to start this with no choke, no throttle, just pure starter button. Now what I'm hearing right there is I'm hearing a even cylinder compression. Now again, I don't have my compression gauge with me, so I can't get an exact compression reading, but I hear that it's consistent. It's not going and that would indicate that you would have a dead cylinder or something. So again, I'm going to try this some more. So she runs without the choke. And it sounds really good. Actually, it doesn't sound that bad at all. Now, one of the things I was noticing, if you look up here, according to the hour meter, it has 41.4 hours on it, 0.5 hours on it now. Now that's kind of interesting. The question is it original? I don't know. That's pretty impressive if that's the original hours. So a lot of things to consider right there. Okay, so I've got everything put back together. So overall, what is your opinion on this jet ski? Here's mine. It's a jet ski that was used, and its sole purpose was just to go out and have fun, and that was it. Did it crank up at the boat ramp, and that's all they cared about? Did it run? Did they have fun? Bring it home, cover it up, and go out for the next trip. Is it a bad thing? It's not a bad thing, but jet skis are personal watercraft, excuse me again. Personal watercraft are fun recreation vehicles. They really are. But you can get taken in a heartbeat. There is no guarantee on when these engines will fail, but almost a lot of them, I won't give a percentage, but you will see a lot of failures. If you go on Craigslist, you can go on eBay, you'll see tons and tons of them with blown engines, all sorts of problems. And a lot of things that will lead up to a jet ski that's in great running condition is the way that it was taken care of and the way that it was maintained. Now, does that mean by taking off the oil pump and running your mixture at a perfect oil to gas ratio mixture and keeping the hull inside spotless and so forth that you will never have an engine failure? No, there's no guarantee whether you'll have an engine failure or not. But my personal preference is Yamaha. I've always had Yamaha jet skis, Yamaha personal watercraft Waverunners. But you also see the failure rates on their engines just as much as you see on some of the others. But it does help if you keep the ski maintained. All it can do is help. So what would you do on this jet ski? My personal opinion is, depends on what you're buying it for. If you're buying it for a resale standpoint, so for somebody who knows a Waverunner, they're going to see that damage up front. They're going to see the damage on the nose area, and it's going to be kind of hard to really get top dollar for this ski. Now, what's a ski worth? Personal watercraft values have just gone all over the board this year. I've seen some ridiculously priced skis, and I've seen some incredible deals. Now, if you're looking for a basic ski, nothing fancy, nothing to show off on, for $1,200 this isn't a bad deal. You know, on a resale point, you'll get your money back out of it if you ever resell it. You'll get your $1,200 out. Now, trying to get $1,500 out of this ski, I don't know. I don't see that happening. But from what I see, I mean, a couple of hours on a Saturday, you could easily clean up the hull, you could easily clean up that engine. An oil injection block-off kit is like $10 plus shipping for one of these. So you can easily take off that oil injection and run straight pre-mix through the fuel. So you got a lot of advantages that you could do with this. You can get a jet ski for $1,200 and it might run for another 5 or so years. And you probably could resell this in 5 years for $1,200. So again, this is just how to buy a jet ski and some of the things to look for. Again, a lot of this is my own personal preferences, opinions, and mistakes that I've made in the past. Once again, thanks for checking out my videos. Click subscribe up at the top, and also check out some of my other videos. I've got some Jeep Wrangler videos, some of my other restoration videos, boats, jet skis, motorcycles, and thanks again for watching.